Guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? So we're here for a big match watch along, although it's not that big anymore, with Manchester City already champions of the Premier League. But we are here to watch along, guys, and I've enjoyed some conversation with you guys, as there's not much riding on this game today, as Chelsea take on Manchester City at the Etihad. So we're just underway, guys, as Manchester City moved the ball down this near side. So if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. And hopefully you are having an excellent weekend with the sunshine about. And as I say, guys, let us know your thoughts on how you think this one's going to pan out, how you think the teams will play, and what score you think it will be. Great to hear your thoughts on this game, guys. So just bear with me a second as I share with you guys the team news. So as you can see, City lining up very much different to how they did the other day, with a few changes, should I say, to the regular lineup. So yeah, City on the attack at the moment down the far side. Let's quickly go to the chat. Ben is with us. How's it going, Ben? Ben, the best League One is with us. How's it going, mate? Ben saying hi. How's it going, Ben? Hope you're having a good weekend, mate. And let us know your thoughts on how you think this one's going to turn out. Great to have you with us, mate, and welcome to the show. As I say, hope you're having a good weekend. And Stevie's with us, as always. Top man, Stevie. Great to have you with us. Stevie saying, afternoon, guys. How's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Hope you're okay. And City with into the box with a shot. And it's deflected behind on that far side. So it'll be corner to City early on. So yeah, I'm good, Stevie. I hope you're doing okay, mate. And thank you very much, as always, for making yourself available this afternoon. And Ben is saying, City are champions yet again. I know, mate. I know. I wanted them to win the Champions League. I didn't really want them to win the Premier League again, but they have. It's time for other clubs to step up in it, mate. Definitely next season. We definitely need more of these clubs, these big clubs, so-called big clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United, to step up. As the longer City, one thing I've got to say, and I've been saying it on Twitter as well, guys, is the longer City keep dominating the Premier League the way they are, I've got to say it, I believe in being honest with my opinions as best possible. For me, I think it's getting to the point now where it's really embarrassing for Manchester United, because you've got to take into account, guys, is that Manchester City are a big club, yes, but their fan base is mainly in the UK. They're starting to acquire fans around the world, obviously, as they can continue to do well and grow the club and win trophies. So they're attracting fans from around the world. But the main foundation of their fan base is in Manchester and around the UK. Whereas Manchester United have got a worldwide fan base, and the Glazers are embarrassing that club right now as the longer they go on without getting anywhere near Manchester City's standards. Chelsea in the box at the moment, just got a shot off, but City have deflected it away. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about that? How embarrassing do you think this is for Manchester United? The fact that City are dominating so consistently and Man United are getting nowhere near them, just still miles away. We've been hearing Manchester United talking about, we're working on improving, we'll get back to our best, and we're going to, we're a big club, we're in a transitional phase. We've heard all these kind of things from Manchester United fans and members of the club and stuff like that, but they're still nowhere near. They're still absolutely nowhere. They're miles off Manchester City. And we could criticise Arsenal, we could criticise Liverpool, we can criticise Chelsea, but I think the serious criticism as far as Man City dominating has got to be down the road towards towards Manchester United, because that club is so huge, and yet it's just a shadow of what it used to be under the Glazers. So if we've got any Manchester United fans listening in, please do share your thoughts. I know it's hard for you guys and you don't like the fact of Man City being so far ahead of you, but like I say, it's got to be debated now, guys, with City dominating so much. I think that as much as we've seen Arsenal take on the challenge this season, Liverpool in seasons gone by, even Chelsea have challenged City a little bit with their dominance. Not obviously nothing serious, but they've had a go. But Manchester United have not even accidentally challenged Manchester City. So I want to hear from you guys your thoughts on it about other Premier League clubs and why they are failing to challenge Manchester City's dominance ruling the Premier League at the moment. Long ball down this near side for City as Mahrez trying to get to that, but goes straight to the Chelsea goalkeeper, who's relieves the pressure for Chelsea momentarily. So yeah, as you say, Ben, City champions. Ben also saying, I think it will be 2-0 City, Alvarez goal and Foden goal. Yeah, it would be nice to see Phil Foden get on the score sheet. I'm really frustrated with Manchester City not playing him more, to be honest. We need him to be playing. He might not be the most important player for Manchester City, but for England, he is a very important player. I think he's a sign of the future for England. He's a playmaker, isn't he? He's a bit of a playmaker. He's a very talented player. He's very hungry for success. And I think for me, Phil Foden is the first name on the team sheet when it comes to England because of the talent that he's got. He's actually on the ball now as he switches the play out to this near side to Mahrez, and Mahrez comes into the box and passes it to a teammate and try to cross it into the box, but it's deflected away and goes out for a corner on this near side. So corner now for City on this near side. So Ben is saying, I love that Pep giving Ortega game time. It must be boring on the bench every game as a goalkeeper because they just wait for Edison to get injured. Yes, you're right. Well, I think that's a great statement, Ben. Well said, mate. But I think that applies right across the board to every, at least every Premier League club, if not every club in the Football League. To be fair, that the reserve goalkeeper are always getting minimum game time. So City unable to make the best of that corner as Chelsea now with the opportunity to get forward as they play out from the back, just knocking it about on the edge of their box at the moment. And Chelsea knocking it back to the goalkeeper as City pressing well from the front. But yes, as I was saying, guys, want to hear your thoughts on how you think clubs should approach next season to challenge Manchester City better than they have been doing. For me, like I say, a big chunk of the criticism for not challenging City has got to be directed at Man United. It's got to be. Such a massive club, and yet under the Glazers, they are nowhere near the club that they used to be. So yeah, that's a fair statement, Ben. Thanks for that, mate. But like I said, I think that applies to a lot of clubs not giving their reserve goalkeeper game time. City just knocking it about at the moment, guys, inside Chelsea's half of the field. I think it's a bit more of a cautious approach to this game with City already champions. It's not the same must-win game as it normally is. Obviously, if there was still the title to play for, I'm sure we would see City's strongest lineup, Haaland, on the bench today. So yeah, thanks for that, Ben. Great point of view, mate. Definitely. So we're just bang on 10 minutes in, guys. Still 0-0. And City still knocking it about just inside Chelsea's half of the field, close to the halfway line. So they pass it all the way back to Edison right now. Nat is with us. How's it going, Nat? Good afternoon, mate. Great to have you with us. Nat saying good afternoon, Gaz. Hope you are well. Yes, thanks for asking, Nat. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, mate. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having an enjoyable weekend. Great to have you with us, mate. And City and Chelsea just challenging for the ball at the moment in the centre of the field, and it's eventually gone out on that far side for a throw-in. Mad in it seeing players like De Bruyne on the bench, but City don't need him this afternoon as Chelsea just with the possession at the minute. I reckon, guys, Chelsea are relieved that City have won it after Arsenal dropping points yesterday, so it gives them a chance to actually play City without the pressure. City have scored! City have scored as they work the ball down the middle, and it's Jay Alvarez that's scored the goal. And Manchester City with an early lead, 11 and a half minutes in. City in control already, guys. So thanks for that, Nat. Yes, mate, good to have you with us, and thanks for asking. I'm good, mate. Ben is saying so they can get game time. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I get what you're saying with regards to the goalkeeper. You're right, mate. You're right. We need to see more teams actually playing their second goalkeeper, because how are you meant to keep your second goalkeeper sharp if you don't give them game time? But yeah, what a beautiful goal from City as they worked it down the middle, and Chelsea just slow to react really to that, and a bit of an easy goal really for Alvarez. So Chelsea just knocking it about at the minute at the back. Ben is saying welcome in, Nat. Thank you very much for that, Ben. Top stuff, mate. Loving the positivity. Thank you for that, mate. Nat saying hi, Ben, mate. Hope you are well. Nice one, guys. Absolutely top class stuff from you guys. Making that effort to welcome each other and say hi. And Nat also saying hi to Stevie. Awesome. Top man, Nat. Appreciate that, mate. Nat also saying, I really wanted Bolton in the final to get great clubs with great fan bases. Yeah, it just wasn't to be, mate. Unfortunately, Bolton really disappointed me the other day. We can play much better than that. I don't know what was why there was not enough desire, because that's what it boiled down to the other day. Not enough desire from the Bolton players to get forward and create more chances. But it is what it is, mate. I'm sure you know that yourself with your own team. You don't always players don't always play to the standard that we expected. So City back in possession as they're just knocking it about at the moment on the edge of their box. Not a serious intensity to this game at the moment, guys. As City now come forward down that far side as they play the ball into the middle. Oh, they're going to get in behind Chelsea now as they knock the ball out to that far side and come into the Chelsea box. City got a shot off there, but it's blocked. And then another shot on the rebound, and it's blocked as goes behind there for a corner to City. Chelsea with some last-ditch defending. But yeah, just wasn't to be, unfortunately, Nat. But like I say, I was really frustrated with that result the other night. But I always have to remind myself now, Mulder, that it's just a game at the end of the day. No point getting down too much about it, because otherwise it can start to really mess with your head, as I know from when I was more, obviously, always gets you emotionally involved. But I think as you get older, you learn to brush it off a bit more so it doesn't affect your mental health and get you down too much. Stevie saying hi, Nat and Ben. Nice one, Stevie. Top stuff, mate. You're a star. Stevie also saying, please hit that like button and follow. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Stevie. Yes, guys, please do it. The thumbs up would be appreciated. And subscribe. Consider subscribing if you're new. Give us a chance, see if you like what the channel's about. City in control at the moment. And we've got a foul on that far side. So far, guys, shots are 5 for City, 1 for Chelsea. 15 minutes in, guys. So Nat saying that Arsenal result was a shock. Congratulations to Forest for securing their safety. Absolutely well said, mate. Yep. Massive congratulations to Forest. I think they'll be. I'm glad they've stayed up in a way because with their history and they've got a great fan base as well. I think they're a good addition to the Premier League. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that they did manage to stay up. But yeah, what a shocker from Arsenal. I'm not going to criticise. I've seen a lot of people criticising Arsenal on social media, and I'm not going to criticise them because at least they had a go. Nobody at the start of the season thought they would be up there challenging for the title to late into the season as they did. So I'm going to give them the credit they deserve. They at least challenged City. Which is more than the club down the road from City, which Man United, they're nowhere near challenging City. So you have to give respect to Chelsea, to Arsenal. At least they put up a challenge. Yes, as most people keep saying, yes, they bottled it towards the end. I'm not a big fan of that saying. I don't know whether they just run out of steam or what. I've been trying to figure out why they didn't just go for it. They dropped points. I think. A lot of fans are saying that they dropped the points in the last 2 games that's cost them the title, but I don't think it was that, guys. I think it was the draws against Liverpool and West Ham. I think it was those games that handed the impetus to Manchester City. They got what I can't remember all the 3 teams, but I think they got about 3 or 4 draws back to back. And that's where they dropped the points. They were in full control and that's where they dropped the points that they needed. And I can't put my finger on it, guys. I don't know. What do you think? It were nerves that got to Arsenal or what? But like I say, I'm not going to criticise them too much because I'm impressed with them at least having a go to challenge City. At least having a go. Because like I said, guys, if we had said at the beginning of the season, which club do you expect to challenge City this season, I would have guessed most fans would not have said Arsenal. So we have to give them credit for that. At least they did put up a challenge till really late in the season. Like I said, for me, the club that needs the criticism, if you're gonna call clubs bottlers and criticise clubs, the club that needs the criticism for not challenging City, it's got to be Man United, guys. They're a humongous club with one of the biggest fan bases around the world, and yet they are miles away from City. Absolutely miles away. The Glazers are embarrassing Manchester United right now. And I think Man United is a fantastic club. Absolutely fantastic club. Huge with a rich history. But unfortunately, guys, it's got to be said, they need to get rid of the Glazers fast. Because as long as the Glazers are in charge, that club is just being bankrolled. Let's be honest. That's all the Glazers are interested in. Cashing in, make it as long as it's making money, they're happy. That's all they care about. And I know a lot of fans probably won't want to see United challenging back at the top of the table for rivalry reasons, stuff like that. But at the same time, guys, we want a competitive league. We want, Liverpool, for example, got a fantastic history with United, great rivalry. But as Liverpool fans, I'm sure would agree, would want to beat United at their best. I know I would. I would if I, from a Bolton fan perspective. Obviously, we're miles away from the likes of Liverpool and United. We light years away from them. But when we did play in the Premier League, it was good getting results against the likes of Man United and stuff. Even if it was only a 1-0 scrape, it was good because we were beating them when they were still a team that was considered one of the best. But they're not considered one of the best anymore. So Chelsea just knocking it about on that far side at the minute. So let's go back to comments, guys. But yeah, you're right, Nat. Disappointing, massively disappointing for Arsenal. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Please do drop your comments. I will keep you up to date with the game as best possible. But obviously not a lot riding on this game today. So I was going to try and enjoy some conversation a bit more with you guys during this match watch along. Ben is saying James Trafford loan is over. How's your goalkeeper situation now then? Yeah, disappointing that his loan spell's over. Hopefully we see Bolton do some good business. I'm gutted for him going back to City. He's done really well for Bolton, but I don't know, mate. I don't know what. I've not looked up what the plan is for my club transfer window for Bolton at the moment. So I'm presuming Ian Everett's done some brilliant business already in the transfer window since the time that he's been in. So I expect him to do more. So we got a free kick on this near side, guys. It's taken short and now it's knocked out of play. So yeah. So yeah, I'd have to check, mate. I'm not sure what the goalkeeper plan is, but obviously the club's got the summer to sort that out now, haven't they? So Chelsea regain possession now as they work the ball out to this near side to Havertz and just knocking it about amongst themselves as they eventually play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. City just not got that intensity as we've seen in the last few weeks, but that's because they made a number of changes and they've got it won, haven't they? They've got it won. Joey saying hi, Gaz, and all. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. Hope you're having a good weekend, mate, and welcome to the show. I say, hope you had a top weekend, mate. Ben is saying, welcome, Joey. Nice one, Ben. As always, top stuff from you guys. And Joey saying, hi, Ben and Nat. Well played the other day, Nat. Bet you're buzzing. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's Sheffield Wednesday. Absolutely fantastic result for them the other day. So City just knocking it about at the moment in their own half of the field as they knock it back to the goalkeeper. And Chelsea trying to press from the front, but not doing a great job of it so far. So nice one, Joey, top stuff. I want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are on Manchester City winning the league and how other clubs close the back gap, and which clubs do you think are letting the side down? We keep hearing about all these clubs, great clubs, biggest clubs. You know, we're Arsenal singing greatest club in the world and all that kind of stuff. But if these clubs are so great, then surely they should be putting up a better challenge to Manchester City. Now, I'm not going to criticise Arsenal, as I said earlier on, guys, because I think they've done really well this season to put up such a strong challenge when nobody expected them to. They just failed. They just failed at the late stages. They I don't know why they lost their rhythm. I don't know. I've been trying to answer that question in my own head for the last week or so, but they did. But I think they did deserve the credit for what they have achieved this season, getting back in the Champions League and at least attempting to challenge City. But I want to know from you guys, how do the clubs like Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United, Liverpool, obviously Liverpool, the only club to actually put up a proper challenge against City, because they actually won the Premier League. So they won it, beating City to the title. Yes, it was only one season, but it's still more than every other club. No other club has been able to challenge City's dominance at the top of the league. So I want to hear from you guys. How do clubs close the gap on City next season? How do they do it? What needs to be done? And for you guys, who is the club that needs to be criticised the most out of the big clubs in the Premier League for not challenging City more? I want to hear from you. Please do answer these questions, guys, because this is a great debate to start off the summer with. How did all these big clubs in the Premier League close the gap on City, and which club deserves the most criticism for not putting up a stiffer challenge? So please do share your thoughts on that, guys. Nat is saying, hi, Joey. Mate, nice one, Nat. Top stuff. Absolutely class from you guys, as always. City just knocking it about in the middle of the park, guys. It's a bit of a cagey game, this, at the moment. Not a lot to report, as City just content to keep possession, get forward on the odd occasion. They're not going to be in no mad rush to score loads of goals and risk injuries to players. Obviously, they've got a Champions League final, they've got an FA Cup final, so they're going to want to minimise any risk to players getting injured. Can let you guys know if you're not watching it at home or whatever. Gareth Southgate is in the stadium. One of the perks of the job, that innit, he doesn't deserve that perk if you ask me, but one of the perks of the job is you get to go and watch any games that you like. Wouldn't it be refreshing, guys, though, to see the England manager actually go and watch a championship game, to go and look at, just to show that they're actually considering players in the championship. They don't have to pick them, but at least show that they're considering players that are playing in the championship. It would be refreshing, wouldn't it, guys? But yeah, what a perk of the job for the England manager to go and watch any game they like. I don't know if you guys saw it the other day. Gareth Southgate was also at the Leicester game, sat right alongside the Scotland manager, which I thought was quite awesome. That's probably the only time you'll ever see them sat side by side. I thought that was quite awesome. Ben is saying, I got the first goal right, Alvarez. Yes, you did, mate. You did. Chelsea now on the attack down this near side as they're on the edge of the City backs, but cut it back into midfield as they're just now knocking it. Oh, poor possession there from Chelsea as they've just handed the possession back to City on a plate, and now City on the attack down that far side as they come forward. But yeah, guys, want to hear the question for today. Want to hear your thoughts on it. About what teams can do to challenge City better, and who do you think the club is that has been the most disappointing not challenging City. But yeah, well done, Ben. You got it right, mate. Well said. You called it spot on. Maybe Ben is going to be good in a prediction league in the future. Nat is saying, Joey, I've watched the highlights loads, mate. I bet you have, Nat. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Congratulations to your team. Fantastic achievement. What a result. Definitely. Hope you guys make it now after making that amazing football history. It's going to be a few years before anybody beats that record, in a playoff. So yeah, congratulations, Nat. Well done to Sheffield Wednesday. Great for them. Joey saying, cool, Ben. Absolutely top stuff. Joey, nice one, mate. Joey also saying, that's not a surprise, Nat. I think we all done that with certain results of our clubs. Absolutely, well said. And City with another opportunity there. Phil Foden. So it's just a long ball. See, it just shows City use long balls as well, guys. Long ball forward up to Phil Foden, who was the furthest player forward. Got in behind that Chelsea bench, got a shot off, but just wide of the far side post. So, yeah, you're right, Joey. Well said, mate. Absolutely. Totally agree with you, mate. Chelsea now playing out from the back on that far side. Ben is saying, Nat, I thought 87th minute 3-0 game over, but I watched the next 10 minutes and it was total madness. Absolutely, yeah. Well said, Ben. What a way to grab that equaliser, though, in literally the dying seconds of the game, to grab that fourth goal for Wednesday. And yeah, amazing game. That will live in the memory of Wednesday fans for a long time to come. Oh, City have regained possession there. Chelsea with sloppy possession again at the back, and letting City regain, but they've regained it quickly now, Chelsea. But that's in the last 3-4 minutes. That's twice now. Chelsea have handed the possession to City quite easily. As now Chelsea coming forward towards the halfway line, and now kicking the ball out long to this near side as they come towards the corner flag. And can Chelsea get at least a shot on goal as they cut it back now and play it into the centre of the park, chipped forward into the box. And Sterling there, I think he still thinks he's playing for Manchester City because he passed it to a City player. So, yeah, well said, Ben. Nat is saying, I'll be honest, I shed a tear. Yeah, no worries, mate. You're totally welcome to that. It's big. I'll be honest, I get shed a tear. Yeah, well, obviously, mate, this football, very emotional game, very emotional game. So that's the one thing about I don't like about this stage of the season, when the camera's showing youngsters in the grounds at playoff finals and stuff like that, youngsters that don't understand, getting upset about it. City currently in possession on the halfway line, and so just knocking it about at the minute. And now work the ball out to this near side to Mahrez. Chelsea challenging for it, and Sterling has won it back for Chelsea as they now try to relieve the pressure in their own half and pass it back to the goalkeeper. So yeah, no worries. No, that's totally understandable, mate. It's an emotional game, as I say. Joey's saying Connor Bradley come back to Liverpool to Gaz. You lost a few really good loan players. Yes, yeah, good. Connor Bradley, apparently you guys are playing him, apparently. I don't know if you've heard that, Joey, but I've been reading that this last couple of days. Apparently, Klopp wants to take a closer look at him, so he's planning to involve him in the first team during the summer tour. When you guys travel off around the world on your tour, apparently Connor Bradley is going to be getting some game time in the first team, and I think it's well deserved. Obviously, I'm presuming you've seen some of him while he's been playing for Bolton, but I think you guys will be impressed with how much he's developed. He's definitely, his confidence is sky high. He's brave. He's hungry, and if you guys can get him in the team, Sterling now coming into the box, as he's got a shot off, but it's straight to the goalkeeper who makes a comfortable save. I were about to say Edison there, guys, but he's not playing, is he? So, yeah, the goalkeeper, City goalkeeper, reserve keeper getting a game today. But, yeah, Sterling, as usual. I don't rate Sterling scoring goals. He's a good player. I rate him as a player. He's great attacking. He's full of pace, but more often than not, he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net when he gets chances. So we've got a free kick now that's been awarded to Chelsea, and players just organising themselves on the edge of the box. Joey's saying, come on. Sorry, yeah. So, yeah, apparently, Joey is going to get game time, mate. Apparently, he's going to get put in your first team. Klopp wants to take a closer look at him. So, I hope Klopp really likes him because, like I say, he's done a fantastic job for Bolton this season. But don't worry, mate. I expect Bolton to be knocking back on the Liverpool door asking, have you got any more talented youngsters that we can loan? So, yeah, I expect we may see another one of your young players in the Bolton team next season, mate. But that's good, isn't it? It's good. It helps us out, and it helps Liverpool develop young players, especially young UK-based players. We want to see that because Connor Bradley is a young... I think it's Northern Ireland, is it? I know he's Irish, but I can't remember. Is it not? I think it's Northern Ireland he plays for, isn't it? So he is getting, he's already getting game time for the international team. So yeah, I want to see if he can break into the Liverpool team and getting on that summer tour will give him a great chance to let Klopp have a good look at him. But like I say, mate, hopefully we're Bolton have been knocking back on the door. You guys have got a great youth academy, so hopefully Bolton can do a bit more business with Liverpool to get another one of your cracking young talented players. Oh, beautiful! Chelsea with a cross into the box and it's headed towards goal. And I'm not sure if the goalkeeper actually saved that or it deflected off the post, but that was a good opportunity for Chelsea. They're still in possession on this near side. as they get the cross into the box, but it's straight to Kyle Walker. Walker clears it out of the box, but Chelsea pick it up again outside the box and now knock it back to the halfway line as they try to keep possession under pressure from City, forced to pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper, but they managed to keep hold of possession. A good opportunity for Chelsea to actually, please their fans in this one, because obviously Chelsea, Man City not in need of the points, are they? Desperately. They've won the title. They don't need the points. And obviously this team that they've picked today is not their usual 11. So they're not going to click the same way as we normally see City. So it's an opportunity for Chelsea to put in a performance and try and at least give their fans something to smile about. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. I wish him the best of luck with you guys, mate. He's been fantastic for us this season. I really hope he gets impresses Klopp and gets into your first team. Will Bertham, welcome to the show, mate. How did I know that you would be dropping in with a comment like that? Do you take pride in disliking Big Sam? I consider you, Will, no disrespect, mate, but I see you go to a lot of games. I consider you a true football fan. But I don't understand why you have this beef with Big Sam. He doesn't manage your club anymore. I could understand it a bit more when he was managing West Brom, but he doesn't manage West Brom anymore. And it seems like you have a bit of a hatred towards Big Sam. Why? What's your beef with him? Why are you hating on him so much? Why are you wanting him to fail? It doesn't matter if he failed. Anybody that's got football knowledge knows that it was always an impossible task with 4 games to try and turn around and try and keep Leeds up. No time to get on next to no time to get on the training ground to try and get the team more organised, playing better, playing the style of play that Big Sam wants to play. So I don't understand why you've got this hatred towards him, why you want him to fail. Why do you please answer? Because I say, mate, I consider you a decent football fan, but when I see fans looking to just hate somebody or dislike somebody so much as you seem to dislike Big Sam, I don't understand it, because there's something missing, mate, in your life to be having that hatred for somebody. If he were managing your club, I can understand it, but he doesn't. He failed at your club, yes, and he moved on. I don't get it, mate. I don't get it. But welcome to the show. You're entitled to your opinion. And yes, you might see it as he's failed, but I think most fans saw it as an impossible task in the first place. And I think he's, let me see what so I'm just going to check, because I'm not sure. Is it mathematically certain now that Leeds are down? Let's have a quick look, guys. I'm just going to have a quick look at the table. I'm not sure. Is it mathematically certain now Leeds are down? Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to have a quick look at the Premier League table. So we've got a City free kick here. Ball out on that far side for the free kick. Free kick comes in and it's knocked away straight away by Chelsea. And that will be a throw-in for City on that far side. So let's have a quick look. 37. So, yes. So you're calling it, Will Bertham. You're calling it done and dusted already. He's still got 1 game left, mate. Still got 1 game left. Leeds sitting on 31 points. Everton sitting on 33 points. So technically, he hasn't failed yet. He's still got 1 game where he could still keep Leeds up if Everton fail to win their last game and Leeds can win their final game. So yeah, that just shows that you've got hatred towards the man, mate. That you're just itching to say that he's failed before he's actually failed, because mathematically he still can actually keep Leeds up. I don't understand that from you, mate. I've seen that you are a good football fan. You go to non-league games, stuff like that. But I don't understand why you have this hate towards Big Sam, and I've seen you have that hate towards other players and managers as well. I don't understand that, mate. There's something missing on your life to have that level of hatred at such a young age. There really is. Life's too short, mate, as you will learn as you get older. Joey saying, bring Big Sam in with only 4 games to play and expect a big turnaround. Sorry, not going to happen. It's not all Big Sam's fault. Oh, stupid. Sorry, Joey, the arrow's blocking half your comment, mate. But expect a big turnaround. Sorry, not going to happen. It's not all Big Sam's fault. Think need to work to look at the players on the field too. Well said, Joey. Absolutely spot on. Yes, Big Sam will take responsibility for the fact that he's not kept him up if he doesn't manage to do it, and he still could do it because, you know, like I say, if Everton drop points, Leeds could still sneak into that last safe spot. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. You were spot on with that, mate. Well said. I think you're absolutely right, especially 4 games. Definitely, you know, fingers need to be pointed at the players. And what you got to, what people like Will don't take into account is as well the way that Leeds have been playing before Big Sam came in. The way Leeds were playing was open, attack minded, and he's not like that. He's come in and he's going to change it completely the opposite way. He's going to be more defensive. How can he do that in 4 games? How can you get a team to go from being more expansive and open and attack-minded to suddenly being more defensive and more cautious as he will play in a matter of weeks? He needs a good stint of 12 games or something to try and turn things around. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like I say, I consider Will a decent football fan, but he really does frustrate me with this hatred that he seems to have towards Big Sam, because I'm coming to that conclusion now that he just does hate him for whatever reason. You don't have to rate him. I know you don't rate him. That's fine. You don't have to rate him. But the fact that you're prepared to jump on the bandwagon straight away, Big Sam failed again. Just shows, mate, just shows you're looking for it before it's even mathematically certain. You're just looking to hate on him. Really poor, mate. Really poor from somebody that I considered, a true football fan, that you're showing that. To me, there's more to football than just hate, mate. There's banter and there's knowledgeable, what's the word I'm looking for? Criticism. But yeah, no worries. Anyway, I'm not going to get into a rant about that anyway, guys. I think it just come on to try and get a reaction out of me. But yeah, well said, Joey. You're absolutely spot on, mate. Players definitely have to. I know Big Sam. I know he will take responsibility. He will come out and he will front out the cameras and he will take responsibility for it. But true football fans know that with 4 games to go, it was always an impossible task. And the players need to take responsibility. They need to take responsibility for not turning up. And I think it's more, if there is blame, it's got to be more to the previous managers rather than Big Sam. But yeah, City with an opportunity there, but it's cut out quickly by the goalkeeper as we're fast approaching half-time, guys. So thanks for that, Joey. Well said, mate. Totally agree with you. Nat is saying if Chelsea get the right manager with the cash, could challenge City in the next 5 years. Yeah, I agree, Nat. You're right, but I think from Chelsea's point of view, I think it needs less interference from behind the scenes. Done it. They need to get a manager in that they trust and let him do the managing. Let him do the team talk. Let him do all the team stuff, and let him have. And the board and the owner should be listening to him about what players he wants to bring in. It's simple as that. But yeah, I think that's a fair statement, Nat. You're well said, mate. I think you're right with the right manager. They had the right manager. That's the crazy thing for Chelsea's point of view. I feel for their fans because they had the right manager, but these owners came in with their big bright ideas and have completely messed everything up. Really messed everything up. They had Thomas Tuchel. Do you think Chelsea would be where they are today if Thomas Tuchel had stayed manager? I don't. I'm not saying they would have been winning the league or anything like that, but they certainly wouldn't be. having the poor season that they've had, I think Tuchel would have at least had him challenging for the Champions League places. So yeah, well said. Nat, got to agree with you, mate. But I think the key thing is less interference from the ownership and the board as far as team affairs are concerned. So we've got a free kick now for Chelsea. Laporte just debating with the referee about that. So Chelsea with a free kick. This is, I don't know, distance probably 25 yards from goal, something like that, guys. Slightly out to this near side, but great opportunity this for a free kick. This is kind of Steven Gerrard's range in it, this, guys. Definitely, this is Steven Gerrard territory. Lampard, I think, in fact, Lampard as well, because he was really good at free kicks from this kind of area. I bet he's wanting to put his boots on there now, but he's rubbing his hands, saying, "Let me come on and take this," because I bet you any money he could still bang it in the back of the net. He might not have the legs to run up and down the pitch anymore, but I bet he can still ping that ball in the back of the net quite accurately, can't he, guys? Do you not reckon when he's seeing these free kick opportunities, Lampard, he's probably thinking, "Give me me boots." It's got to be, hasn't it, guys? Give me me boots. Where are they? Where's me boots? Joey said, so yeah, thanks for that. Oh, sorry, did I read that, Joey? Sorry, mate. Joey's saying, think all top clubs, Gaz. They want a Super League, but how's that going to work when they... So there goes the halftime whistle, guys. Not a lot to shout about in this first half. So Joey's saying, think all top clubs, Gaz, they want the Super League, but how's that going to work when they can't keep up with City in the Premier League? Laugh out loud. So predictable. Yes, you're right, mate. You're absolutely spot on there. Like I say, we need to have this debate, guys. We need to have this debate. Who do you think? I want to hear from you. Who is the team that you think are not challenging City enough? The team that should be up there challenging City. What do you think can be done? What do you think these big so-called big clubs, the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, and I'm going to include Liverpool, but in fairness, they have been challenging City, so I think they're one team that probably are not included. Yes, they've had a poor season this season, as I'm sure most Liverpool fans would admit, but let's be honest, in the last few years, they're the only team that's been really challenging City. So, but we will include them, even though they actually, they have been challenging City because they beat City to one of the titles. So they have challenged City. But the only team that really have consistently tried to challenge City, and Arsenal deserve credit for challenging them this season. But I want to hear from you. Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and I suppose we better include Tottenham, although they couldn't buy a trophy. But what do you guys think? Which team is letting the side down, not challenging City the most? And how do you think that these clubs close the gap on City? How do you think they are? Because if they're not careful, like Man United and Tottenham are going to get left behind. Because we've already got to think, guys, it's Newcastle are coming into the Champions League this season, so that's going to give them the freedom to start really splashing the cash, and we know their owners have got big cash flows in their pockets. So they're going to come into this transfer window this season, and I think they're going to upset a few people. Because they're gonna be able to spend their money now. They've got the one thing that was holding them back from spending stupid money was the fact that they needed to show top players that they are, that they're seriously building a team. And they've done that this season. That they've shown these top players now that they're an attractive club to play for. They've got Champions League football pretty much secured. So now they're in a really strong position for attracting players, and they're going to do it. I think they're going to cause a few shocks this summer in the transfer window. But I want to hear from you guys. Which of the traditional Champions League clubs, if you like, the likes of Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, And like I say, we'll halfly include Tottenham. What do they need to do to challenge City better? And which club do you feel have failed the most not challenging City? So yeah, I think Joe. I don't even want this Super League, mate. We don't need it. We don't need it. As far as I'm concerned, any club that joins from the UK that joins a Super League in Europe don't deserve the support of the fans. They don't deserve any recognition from the football community in England. Because as far as I'm concerned, let's be honest, guys. These big clubs, the likes of Liverpool, Man United, you don't have to agree with me, but at least take my point of view on board. These massive clubs, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, how have these clubs become so big? I'll tell you how they become so big: by competing against every other club in the Football League over 150 years, 125 years, however long it's been going, the Football League. These clubs have competed with these clubs over and over. And that is how Manchester City, not Manchester City, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, that's how these clubs have become so huge around the world, with the help of other clubs in the Football League that they have competed against. So to me, if they break away and go off and make their own league in Europe and completely abandon the English Football League, then to me, that's just complete disrespect. Just complete disrespect. And it just, it's great. It's big businessmen just not respecting the traditions of the game. And as fans, we need to have our say about that. Because do you really want to see Man United, Liverpool playing in a league, and Arsenal and Chelsea playing in a league where there's no relegation or promotion? Do you really want to see that? Because I don't. That'll be so boring. That'll be so boring. It'll become like the MLS, where the only thing that matters is who wins the league, and that's it. We have a fantastic one. Of the reason our football is attracted to so many fans around the world is because we have all these different ways of clubs being promoted and relegated, and obviously winning the league and challenging for European places. We have one of the most diverse football leagues in world football. That's what makes it so appealing. So if you get Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all starting to create a breakaway league in Europe, that league isn't going to be as popular if there's no way to be relegated and there's nothing else to play. Because you've got to think, guys, you create a league like that, there will be no top four. There'll be no top four. There'll just be whoever wins it. That's all there'll be, whoever wins it. So all your top four now that we see clubs compete for, that'll be gone. That won't mean nothing anymore. All that'll be gone. The relegation will be gone. That won't mean nothing. All it'll mean is you're having teams playing against each other, and halfway through the season, you could have City just run away with it, win the league, and then there's nothing else to play for half or a quarter of the season. That really the kind of football league we want? Not in my opinion. Absolutely not. But thanks for that, Joey. Great comment, mate. Joey's saying, let's not forget Newcastle reckon they will be even stronger next season. I think they're right, mate. I think they will be, because they're going to do some interesting business in the transfer window now they've got Champions League football. As you know, Joey, with being a Liverpool fan, being in the Champions League makes a big difference in being able to get those top players. Thanks for that, Stevie. Sorry, Joey. Stevie's saying, please hit the like button. Absolutely nice one, Stevie. Guys, yeah, please do hit that thumbs up, would be appreciated. Don't cost you nothing, and it does help the channel a little bit. So please do hit that like button, and consider subscribing if you're new. I normally do, guys, stick to the commentary a lot more, but obviously there's not a lot riding on this game today. So I will be keeping you up to date if things develop, but I want to enjoy some conversation with you guys today for this stream. As I keep saying, guys, it's part of fandom, massive part of fandom, is that you guys feel part of the channel. If you feel part of the project, and that's why I make the effort to involve you guys in the chat. Chima Amares, welcome to Football Fandom UK, mate. Great to have you with us. Chima Amares is saying, I'm not happy with this Chelsea. No, I think you're amongst the majority, mate. A lot of fans a lot of Chelsea fans not happy with the team. Yeah. What do you think that needs to be done in the summer? Let us know, Chima. If you're still there, mate, let me know your thoughts on how you think that Chelsea repair the damage that the owners, in my opinion, the owners have damaged Chelsea this season. It's down to them interfering too much. And making too many changes too quickly, too many new players come in too quickly. But yeah, thanks for that, Chima Amares. And welcome to Football Fan Den UK, mate. Great to have you with us. Hope you're having a good day. And yes, I think you're with the majority with that, mate. So thanks for that comment. Ben is saying, back, Barnsley have the least amount of points in the EFL from 1-0 down. Only 3 points. Only 3 points. Forest Green with 4 points. Back you. I don't understand that, but Barnsley have the least amount of points in the EFL from 1-0 down, only 3 points. Forest Green with 4 points. Right, I didn't know that, mate. I didn't know that, but there, that doesn't surprise me. I always get some interesting stats. I don't really want to. I'm not really interested in Barnsley stats at the minute. I'm trying to forget that club exists after the result the other day at the minute, guys. It was a bit embarrassing. With all respect to Barnsley, they are a great club, but no offence to Barnsley, I think that Bolton should not be losing in the playoffs to a club the size of Barnsley. But we did, and we eat the humble pie and have to get on with it. But thanks for that, Ben. Yeah, interesting stats, that, mate. But I'm sure you can understand I'm not thrilled about talking about Barnsley at the moment. Ben is saying, I don't get why people hate my club, Millwall. It's only at our past. We're now a family-friendly fan base. Mate, I don't hate your club. I do not hate your club. I know exactly what you're saying. Unfortunately, yet the history of Millwall isn't good with some of the fans. But then days are gone. Football's moved on. And I think, I think every club's got a small element of bad fans. And Millwall have still got a small element of bad fans. But like you're saying, Ben, things have moved on. Times have changed. Millwall is improving as a club and being more respectful and creating a more positive family environment down there. A togetherness with the fans and the club. But yeah, Ben, I don't hate your club at all, mate. Unfortunately, there's just people out there that just thrive off. This is why I say, guys, this channel is for fans that enjoy football for the right reasons, for the love of the game. That's why I keep saying to you, unfortunately, there's fans like you guys that are top class fans, in my opinion, that just love the game, enjoy debating all aspects of the game, having a bit of friendly banter, but with a bit of respect as well. But then there's the other side of the fan community where there's people that just follow football because they love to use it just to hate. Those kind of people are really sad. They got something not right in their life or something not right with them that they need something to hate in life, that they need to use football to have something to hate in life. That to me is not how I want to live my life. I'm done hating. I want to just be happy, enjoy life, try and be positive, meet other positive people, and just enjoy the sport that I love. I'm not into all that hate nonsense. So, yeah, ignore the haters, Ben. Like I say, mate, they're normally sad, shallow people that have got empty lives and just need something to hate to make themselves feel better about themselves because they're shallow people, unfortunately, mate. So just ignore the haters. You don't get no hate here from the fan den community. And we will criticise fans that behave out of order at games, like doing inappropriate things. We will criticise that because we believe in being honest with our judgments against players, fans, clubs, managers, but also fans as well. They are, if it needs to be constructive criticism, we will criticise fans as much as the same way we would players and managers. But yeah, Ben, don't let it get you down, mate. Tell the haters to get stuff, because like I say, mate, they are just sad people with empty lives that need something to hate to make themselves feel better about themselves. Well, thanks for that, Ben. Stephen saying, unfortunately, Ben, it's just a small minority of fans. I don't, mate. Well said, Stevie. Absolutely, totally agree. And yeah, unfortunately, like you say, you're spot on. It's just that small minority of people with sad, empty lives. Ben is saying, I know, Stevie, but some PPL, though. PPL. I've seen that abbreviation before, and it's my head's not remembering it. Some PPL. I'm not getting it, but I think he's meaning some people just want to go out the way to. But yeah, like I say, mate, we won't get no hate here. We will not give no hate towards any club here. We'll have friendly banter, but not hate. Joey saying, well said, Stevie. Absolutely nice one. Joey, well said to you as well, mate. You are an absolute star. See, there you go, Ben. Positive reaction to your comment from both Stevie and Joey. Like I say, mate, we will not hate any club here. We might dislike a club slightly for varying reasons as a bit of banter, but no hate on fandom. We are not into hate at all. But nice one, Joey. You're a star, mate. Absolute top comment from you and Stevie. Natty saying 4 games to change the mentality of the players and to change the system. It's not happening. I think that's maybe with reference to Big Sam. But yeah, you're right, Nat. Like I say, I'm sure Big Sam will take criticism for not achieving it. If he doesn't achieve it, I'm sure he'll take the criticism. He's man enough to do that. I know that from seeing him manage my club for a long time. He will come out and honestly accept when his players have not done well, or when he's not done well, or when he's not picked the right formation. He will acknowledge stuff like that. But yeah, unfortunately, like I say, I don't want to badmouth Will, but he does seem to have a real dislike for Big Sam, and I don't get it. But thank you very much for that, Nat. Great comment, mate. Nat saying 4 games is not long enough. You're right, Nat. Well said, mate. Top. See, you guys know, this is what I'm on about. You guys, top knowledgeable football fans. You will criticise constructively when it's needed, but that just shows that you guys are real, true football fans, because you're acknowledging that 4 games was an impossible task. It was mission impossible, wasn't it? And you guys acknowledging that. And like I say, Big Sam, I'm sure he's will take the criticism, and rightly so, because he does. If he's failed to achieve what he set out to do, he's going to get criticised, and he deserves that. But as you guys rightly point out, 4 games, it was always mission impossible. And, like I say, like Joey was saying earlier, the players have got to take a certain amount of the responsibility as well. But well said, Nat. Top stuff, mate. Joey saying, agree, Nat. Awesome. You guys are absolutely class. Love that you guys see the bigger picture. So thanks for that, guys. Ben saying, and there's way too much pressure to get them out of the relegation battle. Look at Everton. They got rid of Steven Gerrard at the right time and got in Sean Dyche at the right time. Steven Gerrard, you mean Frank Lampard? Don't think Steven Gerrard would manage Everton. I don't know. Maybe he would. I doubt that. Let me know, Joey. Do you think if Stevie G was offered the Everton job, do you think he'd take it? I don't think he would. I don't think he would. But I think in no worries, Ben. I think you just got mixed up there with the players, with the ex-players. It's easy to do that with Lampard and Gerrard with the amount of comparisons that people make against them when there was players. But yeah, it was actually Lampard won it that managed Everton. But yeah, well said. Great comment, mate. Great comment. I see what you mean. But yeah, like I said, Joey, let me know. Do you think Stevie G would take the job at Everton? Ben is saying, and they're getting big results like the 5-1. Yeah, absolutely well said, Ben. You are absolutely spot on with that, mate. Like you say, at least he got a bit longer, Sean Dyche, didn't he, to turn things around? And yeah, they're lucky. If Everton stay up, I think they're extremely lucky because they've been flirting with relegation now for 2-3 seasons. If they do stay up, I think Sean Dyche deserves a massive amount of praise. So thanks for that, Ben. Joey's saying the mentality is now. Unfortunately, football doesn't work that way. Absolutely. That is the best comment I've heard for a while, Joey. Absolutely spot on, mate. Football doesn't work like that. It's this glory hunt mentality in it, encouraged by the mainstream media that you have to win now, or you're a failure. And as you rightly pointed out, mate, football doesn't work like that. If it did, why would we all be so in love with football so much if it was as simple as that? We're in love with it because it's a tactical game. It's like a chess game. It's tactical. It's mind games. It's about talent. It's about quality. It's about players clicking together as one and reading each other's movements, stuff like that. There's so many dimensions about the game that makes the football what it is and why we are so in love with it. That Joey has absolutely nailed that comment. Mate, you need to send that to the likes of Sky Sports and BT commentators, and maybe definitely the Sun as well. Definitely send it to all the mainstream media companies. Educate them, mate. Educate them, Joey. Educate them. That is a class stuff. That should be right on the front newspaper of every newspaper across the land tomorrow. Absolutely. I'm loving that, Joey. That is quality. You've nailed it in one sentence. Nat is saying, question for everyone. Do you have a foreign team that you look out for? Mine's Marcel because of Chris Waddle and Sampdoria because of Des Walker. Okay, yeah, that's a great question, Nat. Do I have a team that I look out for in Europe? Well, there is one that I do like. I've not watched them. I've not watched a lot of them. I'm curious, but I do want to see because they're not in the right league to keep track of them. Really, but there is a club that I do kind of, I don't know, because I think it's more to do with the fact that I'm fascinated with history. And I don't just mean football history, I mean history generally. But I wouldn't say I'm a fan or anything, but I am curious to see Hertha Berlin do better and challenge better in the Bundesliga. They're a club that definitely interests me. I'm not saying I'm a fan or anything like that, but I'm always curious about them improving because I think it's because they're the capital. Berlin's the capital of Germany, and it's strange that the Bundesliga is quite a competitive league, but yet it doesn't have a representative club representing it from the capital. When we look at our league, the English league, look at how many clubs are involved in the Premier League from the capital of our country. So you kind of get what I mean. And the same with Spain, two Spanish clubs, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, the capital of Spain, Paris Saint-Germain, the capital of Paris, the capital of France, And obviously, Roma, the capital, Rome is the capital city. So it's strange that the German league doesn't have a true club involved that's from the capital city. So I'm always quite curious about that, about why Berlin, because there's two teams in Berlin. There's Hertha Berlin and there's is it Union Berlin? I think the other one's called, and neither of them really do achieve much in the German league. So I'm always curious about why the two clubs in the capital city of Germany can never get themselves consistently into the top league in Germany. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, mate. But yeah, great question there, Ben. Sorry, Nat. Thank you very much for that, Nat. Top question, Nat. And yeah, hopefully that answers your question there, mate. So we're back underway, guys. City still 1-0 up. Just give it. Let me get a. I'm talking that much that I'm getting a bit of a dry mouth. And my lovely wife just made me a nice hot cup of tea. So we've got a free kick here for Chelsea, about 30 yards from goal, quite central, but slightly over to that far side of the pitch. But yeah, 30, actually might be a bit further than 30 yards. Crossed into the box, headed on, and it goes straight to the goalkeeper, who gathers it quite quickly and easily. Ben is saying, and Sean Dyche is experienced with getting out with the relegation battle. The amount of years Burnley got out of relegation, like 2-3 years. 2-3 years until last season. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and mate, I rate Sean Dyche. He's a fantastic manager. I really like him, and I hope he continues to do well in football. I think Everton should consider themselves very lucky to get him. I really do, because after the way they've treated other managers, do they really deserve a good manager when the way they've treated some of the other managers that they've had? So yeah, I don't know. I'm just chucking it out there as a hypothetical question, guys. But thanks for that, Ben. Yeah, that's well said, mate. You're spot on with that. City now concede another free kick on this near side as Chelsea take it quickly, and now Chelsea on the attack as they come forward. But City with 5 men in that defensive line, and Chelsea forced to pass it back to the halfway line. Ben is saying Brighton and Newcastle in upcoming years will challenge for the top 4 to the top 6. Well, I think, yes, you're right with Newcastle. I'm not sure about Brighton, because we've seen other clubs do what Brighton are doing right now, even including my own. Bolton did exactly what Brighton are doing right now, built a good team, started competing better, started getting into those European places. But with a team like Bolton, a club like Bolton and a club like Brighton, it can all go wrong very quickly. It can. All it takes. Look at Southampton, another perfect example. Southampton were building a good team, had a good squad. They were starting to compete. They were starting to push up the league. And then the other big clubs came in, hijacked their better players, and eventually look where they are now. You know, and that happened over a period of 5-6 years. So I think Brighton need to, concentrate on just trying to keep building that squad and keep improving it, because the problem with doing well, what Brighton is going to find is that when you do well, the big clubs come knocking on your door in the summer to pinch your best players. So yeah, but Newcastle won't have that problem because they're a rich club with big ambitions. I'm not saying that Brighton haven't got big ambitions, but they're not a rich club like Manchester City and Newcastle are. So they're going to have to do it like Bolton had to do it, like Burnley had to do it, spending a bit of the time to improve the squad. Kyle Walker now on the attack down that far side of the pitch as he relieves the pressure for City. And now they've given it away quite cheaply on that far side. City with a misplaced pass, and it goes to the goalkeeper, and goalkeeper kicks it long, and it's gone out on that far side. So yeah, Ben, I think you're spot on with Newcastle, but I think I'd debate it. I think it's debatable with Brighton, but both of those clubs have had a fantastic season, and I get why you're pointing that out, mate. Joey's saying I don't really not. To be honest, I'm not sure what that comment was regarding to. All right, Matt Nat's question, yeah. Um, so no foreign club for Joey. That's no foreign club at all, Joey. Not even a soft spot for a club, one of the Istanbul clubs with your great history over there in Turkey. Hey, you not even got a little soft spot for the Turkish clubs, mate. After your great history over, mind you, Liverpool have won it in a few other major cities as well. Madrid being one of them as well, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, Joey's saying. Agreed, Ben. Sean is a bit like Big Sam. Both experienced in the bottom of the league. Yep, absolutely. Well said, Joey. Yep, I think I said that earlier in the season, actually, when he first got the job. But some fans argued with me, no, they're not the same. But I agree, Joey, they are very similar. I know they're slightly different. They're not, no two managers are identical, are they? But they're similar. They're similar with the way they like to do things. Ben is saying, I meant Lampard. Yeah, no worries, mate. Got that. We just had a shot on goal for City as another cross comes in, and Chelsea had it away, but City pick it up on the edge of the box and then lose it again. And now an opportunity for Chelsea to get forward as they finally get possession and now come forward out to this near side, but then cut it back into the centre of the field as they work it out to that far side now, coming to the edge of the City box. Shot comes in, and it's good save there by the goalkeeper and cleared up the field and goes out close. Well, it's not actually gone out. Chelsea just managed to keep that in, but they're now knocking about inside their own half of the field. So yeah, no worries, Ben. I got that, mate, and I got that easy mistake to make. Don't worry about it. Joey saying, "No way, mate. Would Stevie G go Everton?" I know. I don't think he would either. I know he wants to be a Premier League manager, but I don't think he wants it that badly, does it? I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't think he'd wish any bad on Everton, but obviously. With his history with Liverpool, I don't think he could ever beat the Everton manager. But I don't think he's the kind of guy that wishes him any bad luck, apart from obviously when Liverpool play him. then he might wish him bad luck. But I think the rest of the time he's quite respectful. He's very much Liverpool born and bred, loves the city, absolutely proud of where he comes from, and I think. If you ask Steven Gerrard, I think he would love to see both Liverpool and Everton doing the city proud. The only time I think he would wish Everton bad is, like I say, when both clubs come up against each other. So Haaland warming up on the touchline, guys. If you are not watching it, just to let you know. So yeah, so yeah, I like that. Joey's saying, laugh out loud, Ben. Easily done. Absolutely, yeah. Joey, I'm surprised you're not filling the chat with laugh out louds at the thought of Steven Gerrard going to Everton. City now coming forward down the centre of the field as they knock it out to this near side now and come towards the Chelsea box. And it's attempted to be passed through the Chelsea players there, but they cut it out. And now City regain possession as they're just knocking it about midway inside the Chelsea half of the field. Ben is saying, I support Salford if it to be if it to be my foreign club, I want to see how they do with their owners. Okay, Ben. So Salford, so I'm taking it you're not from the UK then with that comment, mate. Is that right? Am I guessing right? That you're not from the UK. So yeah, I think a lot of fans are watching Salford with interest. Obviously, with the United ex-United players owning Salford, so I think a lot of fans are watching how Salford get on with curiosity. But yeah, I'm presuming Ben that implies that you are outside the UK because you're saying I support Salford if it to be my foreign club. Um, you don't. You're confusing me because I'm not sure if you're misusing the word foreign. But foreign, as in I take the word foreign, is meaning clubs outside the UK because obviously I'm from the UK. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm getting that. But let me know, Ben. You don't have to tell me where you are. Just tell me whether you're whether you're in the UK or outside of the UK. But thanks for that, Ben. Joey's saying I look out for Preston, but not really a club outside of the UK. Fair enough. Yep, fair enough, guys. Chelsea now with a shot from distance, and it's Sterling again. And surprise, surprise, the goalkeeper gathers that quite easily. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Ben also saying, Joey, is it because they were the first team to be champions of England in 1888, 89 season for other reasons? Yeah, that's a good question. I think maybe Joey just likes Preston. Joey's saying, well, that's a good piece of history, but mainly because my dad is from Preston. Yeah, I did know there was a reason. I couldn't think of it. I knew there was a reason why Joey keeps an eye on Preston. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Top stuff, mate. Ben is saying understandable. Yep. Nice one, guys. Loving that conversation and respect between you guys. Joey's saying, why Salford, mate? Yeah. And Ben is saying their owners retired from football players. Their owners retired football players. To be honest, yeah, I think, like I say, Matt, I think a few fans are watching with interest at the Man United players playing, managing Salford or owning Salford. Joey's saying because of owners. Yeah, because it's it's a consortium of ex-United players that own Chelsea. If you don't know, guys, it's Gary Neville, Phil Neville. I think I know Gary Neville definitely in it, and I'm sure Phil Neville's in on it as well. Paul Scholes, and who's the others? I'm trying to think. And Sterling with another opportunity there, but it's cleared off the goal line. But yeah, there is one or two others. It's a consortium of ex-players from the what you might call the '92 team, and they bought the club. And I know it's Gary Neville, I know it's Paul Scholes, and I'm sure it's. I think Nicky Butt is also involved in it as well. And recently, I think it was about 2 years ago, Beckham got involved in it as well. So yeah. I think there might be one or two more, but it's basically a consortium of ex-Man United players that own Salford. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Ben is saying, and one of Millwall's players are there. Sent Matt Smith. Okay, mate. Thanks for that. So yeah, I'm curious, Ben. Are you actually? Okay, Ben. Yep, no worries. Yeah, that's a good reason to keep an eye on them if they've got players. Joey's saying, yeah, Gaz had a few laughs to myself. Can't imagine him being in the blue. I know I can't as well. Like I say, I don't think I think I wouldn't. I don't think he'd wish him any bad, apart from like I say when they're playing Liverpool. But I think the rest of the time he'd wish him well. Because, like I say, he's a true Liverpudlian, as you guys call it. Is it? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Liverpudlian. I'm not sure if that terminology still applies, but I know when I was younger, there definitely was a few Scousers I came across saying that. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey, and rightly so. I chuckled when I heard it. Joey saying, "Oh right, Ben." Okay, mate, nice one, guys. Ben saying, "Nah, I'm from the UK, London, but I was just to be curious." No worries, mate. No worries. I was just thrown off with you saying foreign players because when you, foreign clubs, because when you say foreign clubs, I consider that clubs outside of the UK. I don't consider any clubs in the UK as foreign clubs because we're one island nation, aren't we? So. I don't really consider any UK clubs as foreign clubs. So I think maybe the question that you were wanting to ask is maybe does anybody have a second team that they follow? I think maybe that was if you were including UK clubs. I think maybe that was the question you was wanting to ask or wanting an answer to, if any. If anybody has a second team that they follow. So yeah, but great question, mate. Yeah, like I say, just with you saying foreign, when you said foreign, I thought that I took that to mean clubs outside the UK. So yeah, thanks for that, Ben. So City with the possession at the moment, guys are just knocking it about at the back. And City have just tapped the ball into the back of the net with Mahrez, but it won't count because the referee had blown the whistle well before he got that in the back of the net. So I think the referee blowing for an offside or for a foul. I think it's a foul. I think it's a foul on Fofana, I think. So Chelsea about to make a double substitution. So it's Sterling coming off. So Sterling and Gallagher going off, and Mudryk and Maduka coming on for Chelsea. 68. Well, coming up to 69 minutes now, guys, and it's still 1-0 City. Chelsea attacking down this near side and to cut the ball back in and get a shot off on the edge of the box, but comfortably saved by the Manchester City goalkeeper. So yeah, no worries, Ben. Thanks for that, mate. My bad for the confusion. As I say, just with the fact that you put foreign, that's what threw me off. Ben is saying, imagine a World Cup group, England, Ireland, Wales, and Scotland. Well, do you know what I think, Ben? It's funny you say that. That would be a fantastic group. But what I think we should have in the summer, when we don't have a World Cup or a Euros, I think that we should have that tournament. I think we should have a miniature league in the summer of where the UK nations play each other. I believe that they tried to set it up a couple of years ago. Ireland, Wales and Scotland came together to try and actually set it up. But unfortunately, the FA, in their infinite snobby wisdom, didn't want to take part in it. They refused to allow England to take part in it, so it never got off the ground. So yeah, it's a fantastic, be a fantastic group. But like I say, there was talk of it a few years ago about creating a UK Cup or a UK tournament, but it never got off the ground because the English FA, refused to take part in it. They point blank refused it, claiming that it would interfere too much in preparation for World Cups and European tournaments. which is just a load of rubbish. Because at least they'd be, because this was suggested back when we still had loads of friendlies before they introduced the Nations League. So to me, the FA were just, just being football snobs, basically, that they thought that England were too good to take a part in that. And City have scored. City have scored, but claims for a foul. And I think we're about to see Haaland come on as well, guys. We're going to have a VAR check for this goal. So Kyle Walker came down this near side, and it was actually very strange. Yeah, it's handball. It's handball off Mahrez. That is handball. There's no way that goal can stand. Mahrez, definitely handball. Sorry, not Mahrez. Is it Mahrez or Walker that was coming down that side? I'm getting confused. It's no way that goal can stand. That's well a handball. Yeah, he took one glance at it and ruled it off. Yeah, as he right. It's good to see a referee making a good decision for once, isn't it? Yeah, so it was Mahrez with the handball, and yeah, definitely that's right to chalk that one off. Stephen saying that would be pretty cool, Brent. Yes, it certainly would. Absolutely. What a group that would be. So we're about to see Haaland come on, guys. As it's Mahrez coming on to make way for him. Joey saying, yeah, Ben, reckon England would be surprised. All others would want to beat us, laugh out loud. Yeah, it would be a really tricky group that for England. On paper, they're the stronger of the four home nations, but as we know, guys, games are not won on paper, and Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland would all equally relish having us having victories against us in any kind of group like that. So well said, Joey. Ben is saying it's so sad seeing championship quality clubs in League One, Barnsley, Bolton, Sheffield Wednesday, etc. Yeah, it is, mate. But at least it makes the League One more competitive and interesting, doesn't it? More attractive, I think the word is that I'm looking for. Makes it more attractive. For neutrals and stuff like that. But yeah, I know what you mean, mate. You need to get them clubs back in the championship sooner rather than later. Don't worry, mate. I think Plymouth will be coming straight back down. I don't think they've got what it takes to stay in the championship. They've had a fantastic season, no question, but I think they'll be coming back down, mate. They're going to get a reality check in that championship. Chelsea now on the attack down this near side. Joey is saying ref not being a bonehead, Gaz. Yeah, absolutely, Joey. For once, only on this occasion. Only on this occasion. We should frame it, shouldn't we, in the Hall of Fame? The one time that referee's not being a bonehead. And that could go up on the wall of trophies with Liverpool. Witnessing a referee not being a bonehead. In fact, that'd be a cracking museum, wouldn't it? That actually, the Museum of Non-Boneheaded Referees. Or you could have the Museum of the worst boneheaded referees. That'd be good as well, wouldn't it? The good, the bad, and the ugly of referees. So yeah, I like that, Joey. Joey also saying, got to agree there, Ben. Far too big of clubs down there. Absolutely, yeah. But that's just the football pyramid. It's how it works in it, guys. but I'm sure we'll see some of those clubs back in the Championship sooner rather than later. We're going to have another substitution coming now, guys. Double substitution for City. And I think we're going to see De Bruyne introduced here. Joey saying, hopefully one day they will be back up. Absolutely, Joey. Well, I hope so. I hope Bolton just get back to the Championship for now. Don't expect us to get back to the Premier League anytime soon. Hopefully we will one day, but just getting back to me, Bolton, my club, Bolton. Championship club, definitely Championship club. I wouldn't say it'd be nice to be a Premier League club, but I wouldn't say we're at that level anymore. There's bigger clubs that are more deserving of being in the Premier League right now. But yeah, definitely minimum for Bolton is definitely should be a Championship level. So yeah, well said. Guys, and hopefully we'll see that develop in the future as those clubs compete again next season. And City getting a shot off there from about 25 yards out, but comfortably saved by the Chelsea goalkeeper. De Bruyne getting instructions off Guardiola on the touchline. So we've got De Bruyne coming on now. So it's Gomez and Laporte going off, and De Bruyne and Rodriguez coming on. Ball out to that far side now with Chelsea in possession. And so they chip the ball forward out to this near side now. And they've got in behind City's defence here. Can they get a good enough opportunity on goal? As they now cross the ball into the box, and it's challenged by both players. City get into it first, but it's cleared up the field, and now Haaland holds it up as De Bruyne intercepts it, and a strong challenge there by Chelsea as Chelsea win it back now, getting in on goal, but a bit too much pace on that as the goalkeeper came out and gathered it quite comfortably. So, yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Ben is saying Millwall to the Premier League. Come on, are you Lions? I think that is. Is it Lions, Millwall's nickname now? I can't remember. I think that's what it is. But, yeah, it would be good to see Millwall, I think, in the Premier League. I've got to say that certainly would make some interesting fixtures down there in London. With the obviously with visits from Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham to Millwall, that would be certainly create some interesting talking points, as I'm sure you guys would relish visits from the other clubs in London that are always riding high in the Premier League. Joey's saying, now that would be interesting, Ben. Yes, it certainly would. As I say, I don't think Arsenal and Tottenham would deal very well with travelling to Millwall for away games in the Premier League. But yeah, I agree, Joey. It would be a fascinating one, wouldn't it? Ben is saying it would be Lions. Otherwise, our stadium name wouldn't be the Den. The Den. I don't know. I don't know how old you are, mate, but Den. I don't associate Den with Lions. I associate the name Den with Den from when I was a kid. Obviously, kids today don't make dens because they've got internet, they've got Twitter, they've got Instagram, they've got all these kind of technology things to keep them occupied. But when I was a kid, mate, we didn't have all that. and you used to go out with your mates, and you'd make a good old-fashioned what back then was called a den, which is basically like a treehouse or something like that. What that's how I understand the word den. So just seeing substitutions here, guys, for Chelsea. And so annoying with that screen coming up with the updates of the players. It's so quick, it's gone before you know it. So apologies, can't tell you, but it's Chelsea that have made substitutions. 81 minutes gone, guys. Still City 1, Chelsea 0. But yeah, you'd have to look it up on Google, mate. Look up the word den, like as in den, like the den. I don't know if it come up on Google, but like I said, when I was younger, used to have a den with your mates. You used to build a den with your mates. It was somewhere you hung out with your mates, whether it was a tree house or you built a den somewhere hidden. That's a hidden den. But I associate den with more with like dogs and wolves rather than lions, because lions don't make a den, mate. Lions don't make a den. You have to watch a documentary about lions. They don't make a den. They don't need to make a den because they're the most powerful cat in Africa. So they don't need to make a den because they don't fear nothing. The only time they would have, I know the female lions go away when they're about to give birth. They go away and hide to give birth. They leave the pack for about 2 or 3 weeks while the female lion gives birth. But they won't stay along for long because lions are a pack, pack. They hunt as a team. Yeah, that's it. See, yeah, Joey's got it. Dens are like hideouts, but I consider a den more like to do with dogs or hyenas. But when I was a kid, that's what you used to call like a treehouse, a den. So yeah, that's why I call Football Fan Den UK den. That's why it's called den. It's like this is the den for fans to come and hang out to talk football. That's why it's called Football Fan Den UK. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Ben. You guys associate the word den with lions. I'm just explaining that I don't really associate the word den with lions. But thank you very much for that, Ben. Appreciate the input there, mate. Good knowledge to understand a bit better of Millwall. Totally understand that yet. But as I say, sorry to go off the boil. I was just explaining how I understand the word den. Joey's saying, sorry, Ben's saying lions live in den. I think I'm pretty sure. No, they don't, mate. They don't. Lions, you're thinking of dogs, mate. Dogs live in a den. Go and watch wild dogs. They make dens. Wild dogs, they are evil killers. Wild dogs, absolutely, really evil killers. Wild dogs. Dogs make dens, and hyenas make dens. Meerkats make dens, but lions don't. Lions don't. I think the female lions, I don't even think they make a den, because I know they go off. I've studied a lot about nature because I'm interested in wildlife and stuff. But I know that lions don't make a den like that. They don't. I'm sure they don't. The female goes off into the to give birth. She'll find somewhere to hide away to give birth. But as soon as she's give birth and the cubs are strong enough to walk, then she returns to the rest of the pride, because that's what they call they call it a pride of lions. So yeah, but yeah, no worries, mate. I understand now why you guys call Millwall a den. Yeah, it's a great name. It's a great nickname, mate. And yeah, I think a lot of people do associate the word den with lions den. But in reality, if you actually go and watch wildlife documentaries, it's wrong. It's not lions that make a den. Joey's saying dens are like hideouts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dens are hideouts. So yeah, this is the fan hideout. Football Fan Den UK is a hideout for you guys to come and hide out and enjoy football, enjoy the sport, get away from the hustle and bustle of the world, and come and hide out here just to enjoy the sport that we love. So yeah, that's partly why Football Fan Den UK is called Den. It's you as a hideout for you guys to come and escape from the crazy world out there and just come here and enjoy being part of Fan Den and enjoy football, the sport that you love. So yeah, well said, Joey. Good explanation for it, and thanks for that, Ben. Appreciate you trying to explain that, mate. Top man. Joey is saying, think lion cubs have dens, but fully grown lions don't. Sitting out with a possession as they got the ball in the Chelsea box, looking for a shot. As they do get a shot off eventually, and it's well high and over the bar. But yeah, Joey, you're right. I think you're right, man. I think it's maybe considered that a female has a den. But if you actually watch a lion documentary, and believe me, I've watched loads because my missus absolutely loves big cats. So I've watched quite a few documentaries about big cats. And if you actually watch about a female lion, when she's about to give birth, she goes off and yes, she makes a den. She goes off to make a den to give birth to. But I don't think it's like a hole in the ground or anything. It's just like, she'll hide in the trees and make use foliage to create like a hideaway. So yeah, in that respect, yeah, I suppose you're right. The lions make a den, but it's a female lion that makes a den temporarily while she gives birth, feeds up the cubs on a milk to get strong enough to walk. And as soon as the cubs are big enough to walk, then she returns back to the pride of lions. That's how it works. I know that for a fact, that the female only leaves the pride long enough to give birth, get the babies small enough to walk. Once they're strong enough to walk. Once they're strong enough to walk, then she will go and rejoin the rest of the lion pride. If you don't believe me, guys, go and watch it on YouTube. Loads of documentaries about on YouTube about lions. So yeah. But yeah, you're right, guys. I probably misunderstanding it because, like I say, it's my understanding of a den. But like I say, like female lions supposed to make a little den for the babies when they first give birth. But after that, like I say, as soon as they're strong enough to walk, they'll go back to the pride because lions hunt together. They hunt as a team. They kill. How do you think they kill a wildebeest? They kill a wildebeest by hunting as a team. So yeah. Joey is saying, I love this channel, mate. We talk about some random stuff sometimes, laugh out loud. We do, Joey, don't we? We do, mate. We do. But like I say, obviously, Joey, mate, I'm trying to, and we do try to talk a lot about football as much as possible. But yeah, I want you guys to feel that the channel is part of you and part of your football experience. But yeah, why not? Why can't we talk about other stuff occasionally? Yeah, most of the time we talk football and sport, but yeah, why not? I'm giving thought to potentially opening a second channel, whether to be having it just about sports or about general talking points, so we could talk about more in-depth conversation about other stuff. But yeah. No worries, Joey. Like, why not? Why not, mate? Why not? We're all coming together to be part of a positive fan community. So why not have conversation occasionally about other stuff as well, mate? But thank you very much for that, Joey. Loving the positivity, and it really makes me encourages me to know that you guys enjoy being part of the Fan Den project. Chelsea just got a shot off, and goalkeeper saves it quite comfortably. So we're almost up, guys. 3 minutes added on time as City are now coming forward into the Chelsea half of the pitch. But yeah, as I expected, this game just been more like a friendly game rather than an actual competitive game, because obviously City not wanting to pick up any injuries, are they? You know, for the fact they've got two cup finals to play in, and I think Chelsea have huffed and puffed to try and compete, but let's be honest, they've only been able to compete because City have took their foot off the gas. Now they've got the Premier League title won. So yeah. Chelsea now with a possession on this near side as it's gone out for a throw-in. Chelsea now playing the ball down the middle, but forced to come backwards under pressure from City. And now Chelsea knock it forward, and it's eventually gone straight to the City goalkeeper. So we're pretty much on full time, guys. Final minute of added on time. I'm going to quickly go to the other results around the grounds because I'm going to jump off not long after kick-off, guys. I'm not really interested to sit around and watch City lift the trophy. I was really I want to see City win the Champions League, but I don't want to see them keep dominating the Premier League like this. Time for another club to step up, I think. Premier League. So let's quickly read out the other results from today, guys. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know some of these results. In the English Premier League, it's finished earlier kickoff, finished West Ham United 3, Leeds 1, Brighton won 3-1 against Southampton, and obviously City are winning 1-0 here against Chelsea as we're in the last minute of added on time. In Scotland, in the Scottish Premiership, Hibernian lost this afternoon at dinner time 3-1 to Rangers. Disappointing for Hibs, unfortunately. And also, guys, the FA Trophy game is currently going on. FC Halifax Town currently winning 1-0 against Gateshead. There's been some results in around Europe as well. Spanish La Liga, Real Velanco lost 2-1 to Espanyol. Atletico Madrid won 3-0 against Osasuna, if that's how you pronounce it. Valencia are currently playing Real Madrid. That game's 17 minutes in, and it's 0-0. Seville play Real Betis at 8 o'clock tonight. German Bundesliga, Mainz 05 lost to Stuttgart 4-1, and FC Augsburg lost earlier or are losing, to Borussia Dortmund. Currently, Borussia Dortmund 1-0 up in that game, 64 minutes gone, and German and the also later kickoff at past 4 is by. Well, I don't know. That should be kicking off now. Sorry, at past 6. Sorry, Bayern Leverkusen playing Borussia Mönchengladbach. So the full-time whistle has gone, guys, and the fans have invaded the pitch. Premier League won't be happy about that, I'm sure, as the City players are being rushed off the pitch. So yeah, sorry guys, we're just watching what's going on here. We've got City fans from the lower tiers that have all invaded the pitch. But a lot of the City fans in the upper tiers are not happy that the fans from the lower tier have invaded the pitch. So yeah, but quickly, French league as well, guys. Adja CEO lost 5-0 to Rennes. Brest, what a name, Brest. 2-1 winners against Clermont. Nice 0-0 with Toulouse. Reims 2-2 with Angers. Troyes 1-1 with Strasbourg and Lorient. Currently playing against Lens. Lens winning 3-1. And there's also a later kickoff. Auxerre playing Paris Saint-Germain. That is quarter to 8 kickoff. So yeah, that brings you back up to date with most of what matters in Europe. Joey is saying, gutted they won it. Yeah, mate. Like I say, I wanted them to win the Champions League, but wasn't too impressed with them winning the Premier League again. But Joey? What do you think, mate? What do you think? How do clubs close the gap on City now? How do other clubs close the gap? And who do you think deserves the most criticism for not challenging City? Which club do you think? Because for me, it's got to be Man United, mate. We keep hearing United fans going on about how massive their club is, how big it is, biggest club in the world, most fans in the world. Well, that's all good and well. But it's no point having the biggest club in the world with the biggest fan base when you don't challenge you basically your noisy neighbours. Because no offence, let's make it comparison to Liverpool. Liverpool, great club, fantastic fans, one of the biggest fan bases in world football, equally alongside Man United. But you guys silence your noisy neighbours on a regular basis. And let's be honest, all right, they haven't got wealthy owners like Manchester City have, but they have got new owners that have got got money to invest. So that the problem is they don't know enough about football how to invest that money right. But Liverpool have still kept Everton second best in the city, whereas United have allowed Man City, to become the best in the city, and they're not even challenging it. Now, I think that's pretty embarrassing from a Man United point of view. I'd love to know your thoughts on it, Joey. What do you think, mate? Do you think that Manchester United fans should be demanding that City, the Glazers, get out of United faster and let the club get back to where it should be, or at least challenging City? Because let's be honest, I've seen so many fans criticising Arsenal for bottling it this season. But at least they've challenged. All right, yeah, they did mess it up in the later stages, but at least they put up a challenge against City. They did challenge. Liverpool, they've challenged for City for the last 4 or 5 years, better than most clubs. So I take them. I'm looking at this with no tinted glasses. I'm looking at this as an honest assessment. I think because Liverpool and Arsenal have at least attempted to challenge City, I think that they get a free pass. It's the likes of Chelsea and United that consider themselves big clubs that have failed to challenge City and step up. And when City first did well, then fair enough, United and Chelsea were making we're in a rebuild phase, this, that, and the other. Fine. Well, you've now had 5, 6, 7 years of a rebuild phase, and you're still not challenging City. So, to me, those are the clubs that need the biggest criticism for not stepping up to the plate. Chelsea and definitely United. United fans should be just not even having any banter with any fans anywhere about anything to do with football, as long as they stay being embarrassed by Manchester City in their own city. It's as simple as that. They do not deserve that any United fans giving banter to other fans about their clubs, this, that, and the other, are shameful because they're only embarrassing their own themselves by not acknowledging that their own club is not stepping up to the plate with the challenge coming from Manchester City. This is a club that has, let's be honest, guys, they have the biggest stadium in the country. They fill out that ground week in, week out, 80,000 fans going in there, and they can't get anywhere near Manchester City to dominate, to challenge their dominance. It's shameful. I think, and when United fans are ripping other fans and other clubs, it's even more shameful because they're embarrassing themselves by not showing that they're decent football fans and knowledgeable football fans to acknowledge and criticise their own club for their own failings. And their own failings here are that now for 6-7 years, Man City have been doing better and better and better, winning the Premier League consistently, and United have done nothing. Absolutely nothing. If anything, they're going backwards, not forwards. So, yeah, let's see what Joey's saying. Joey said, defo United, mate. Absolutely, totally agree with you, Joey. I totally agree. United fans should be like silenced right now. They shouldn't be having any banter with anybody because they've got no right to banter anybody as long as Manchester United do not improve and start stepping up to the challenge that is coming. And let's be honest, it's not just coming from City, it's coming from Liverpool as well. Liverpool have been setting that challenge as well in recent seasons. This season, Liverpool have just had a bad season. They've just had a one-off bad season, and that can happen to any team. So, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, Joey. Joey also saying United fans are deluded. Yes. Mate, I cannot argue with you. I really cannot argue with you at all. I think you're spot on. I don't want to be nasty to any fans, but that is probably the best way to say it, mate. United fans deluded, especially when they're going out bantering other clubs whilst their own club is got the noisy neighbours as well as Liverpool basically saying come and challenge us if you think if you think you're hard enough, and they're not. So, yeah, I agree, Joey. Definitely deluded United fans. Joey also saying prob Spurs too. They like to think big club, but let's be honest, what do they do in the grand scheme of things? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that is fair enough. You're right. You're spot on. As long as Tottenham fans consider themselves a big club, mate, then you're right to include them, that they're also embarrassing themselves as well by not doing better to challenge the dominance of Manchester City and stepping up to the plate. So, yeah, I totally agree, Joey. Well said, mate. If they want to be considered as they want to consider themselves a big club, then step up, do what big clubs do, step up and take on the challenge. But they're not. They might be a big club in London, but when it comes to world football, they're not a big club. Do you know what I mean? Look at all you have to look at is when you guys came up against them. Look at the demand for Liverpool tickets for the final compared to the demand for Tottenham tickets. Yes, there was big demand for both clubs, but the demand for Liverpool tickets was coming from around the world because I read about it. I read how that fans were wanting to come from Australia to see Chelsea, to see Liverpool in the Champions League final. I didn't hear no fans wanting to come to see Tottenham from the other side of the world, because I don't know if Tottenham even have any fans on the other side of the world. It'd be interesting to see them travel over to Australia, wouldn't it, and see how many fans they actually got over there in that part of the world. Because I don't think since Tottenham travel out to Australia in the summer break, but Liverpool have and United have, and you guys got one hell of a reception when you went out there. Massive fan base of Liverpool fans out in Australia. So, yeah, like I say, I read about it at the time when you guys were in that Champions League final against Tottenham. I was reading about how Liverpool were getting rung up from fans far and wide in Australia, America, trying to get tickets to come to Europe, to Spain to watch that game. But I didn't hear nothing about Tottenham getting fan ticket demand coming from around the world like that. So I don't know. Let me know, Joey, if you heard anything like that. Joey saying, fingers crossed we will be in front of City next season. Yeah, I hope, mate. I hope so. I hope you guys definitely challenge City better next season than this season. Obviously, just a bad season this season. Let's hope that Klopp can get things in order, get things back on track for you guys. I've got faith in him. I'm not even. I really do. I rate Klopp as a manager, but like I say, he needs. He needs to sort that midfield out, doesn't he, mate? That's where the problems are for you guys. I think the weakness is there. You guys have shown in the back half of the season that you still got the foundations of a good team there. But I think you need a couple of the right additions in that midfield to give you that strength that you need right across. You've got decent defenders. I think the key players, I'd love to know, Joey, where do you think you need to strengthen, mate? Let me know. But I think the key places for Liverpool to defend this summer, to strengthen this summer in the transfer window, a defence. I think you guys could do with another talented centre-back, possibly a right back so that you could... maybe Klopp could try Alexander-Arnold Trent in the right wing position rather than the right back position, and definitely a central midfielder to replace the likes of James Milner and obviously his name's got Henderson, because those two players, let's be honest, they've done well for you guys. They'll always put in a shift. They'll always work hard, but they're coming to the back end of the career now, so they're going to start to struggle against them younger players as they get older now. So yeah, I think you guys definitely need another player that can come in and take the pressure off Henderson. Now he's like I say, he's still going to do a job for you guys. I think he'll still be there. He'll still do a job for you guys, but I think the days of him being the first name on the team sheet in the midfield are gone, because, like I say, he's still a talented player, still going to come on. He's going to work hard. He's going to run around that pitch for you guys. But, as we know, when players get older, they just don't have the legs for it anymore. And as he comes up against younger and younger players with pace, he's going to struggle to keep up with that. And that's not his fault. It's just the fact that age is against him now. He's suffering from ageism. Same as me and you, Joey. He's suffering from ageism, mate. Joey, I think liking that criticism there for United. So, yeah, nice one, Joey. And also the criticism deserved for Tottenham as well. Joey saying they be like, who's Tottenham? Laugh out. Oh, yeah. They went out to Australia. No, mate, they would. I don't think they'd be filling out for a stadium out there like you guys do, mate. One thing I am proud of, though, is I know that there's Bolton fans out in Australia. I'm not saying we'd fill a stadium, but I do know that there is Bolton fans out in Australia. So that makes me proud knowing that we have following in the other side of the world. It might not be a big following, but we have got some fans out there in Australia. It might be only 10 or 20, I don't know, but I know that Bolton have got some fans out in Australia. So we might be doing a bit better than Tottenham. Joey saying definitely midfield, been saying it all season. Right, yep, I agree, Joey. Definitely midfield, and maybe a little bit of strengthening in the back line as well for the defence to give you guys more options when the likes of one or two defenders have bad games, because they do, but defenders do go through confidence issues and have bad games, and I think a little bit more strength in depth in those defensive centre-back positions would definitely be a positive for Liverpool. But yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think this main focus for improvement is in that midfield for Liverpool. Joey saying, think it all depends who leaves now been so much talk about about how many players leave it. Yeah, I'm interested to. I agree, Joey. I'm interested to find out who's actually going to leave because there has been a lot of rumours about players leaving, and like I said, we're not really going to know, are we, until it's actually the season ends and we start to see these players leave. So I think you're right, but I'm sure Klopp is busy already and got people working on it in the background, talent spotting other players over the course of the season for transfer in preparation for the transfer window. But yeah, spot on, Joey. We need to see who leaves. Joey saying Valencia just took the lead against Real Madrid. Laugh out loud. Awesome, nice one, Joey. Now, that is good news. That's made me happy. Yeah, go on, Valencia. Go on, Valencia. Love that, Joey. Definitely, me and you are on the same page, aren't we, as far as Real Madrid are concerned? So, yeah. So, guys, going to call it a day now. As time for me to go and spend a bit of time with my lovely missus. Joey saying, cheers, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you soon. No worries, Joey. Enjoyed the chat with you today, mate. And thank you very much, as always, for your fantastic support. And yeah, look forward to seeing you on future stream. Go and enjoy the rest of the evening with your lovely wife, mate. And hopefully the kids don't give you too much aggro tonight. You can maybe sit down and relax with your lovely missus and watch a film and chill out together. Spend a bit of time chilling on the sofa. And yeah, thank you very much, Joey. It's been a pleasure as always, mate. Look after yourself, stay safe, and yeah, look forward to seeing you again soon on another stream. Stevie Allen saying thanks, Joey. Awesome, Stevie. Thank you very much for all the hard work you do in the background as well, mate. Awesome, really appreciated and not took for granted. So yeah, guys, going to call it a day now. As always, thank you. Big shout out to Joey and Stevie as well. And also, we've got to give a mention to Ben. Ben contributed quite a lot in this chat today as well. So big shout out to Ben, the best League One. Thank you very much, Ben. Been a pleasure having you involved, mate. Nat has also contributed today as well. Shout out to Nat. So thanks for that, guys. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night now and go and enjoy a bit of time with my missus. So Stevie is saying, thanks everyone for joining. Please hit that like button before leaving. Nice one, Stevie. I think we've only got Joey on now. Anyway, I can see that it's showing me only one. I know it fluctuates all the time, but it's been sat on one now for the last 10-15 minutes. So yeah, but thank you very much for that, Stevie, as always, and big shout out to Joey as well. Thank you very much, Joey, for your contribution, and also Nat as well as Ben as well. So thanks, guys. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. But for now, that's it from me. Take care, enjoy the rest of your evening, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye for now.